Well, time now to go for gold here on Compound Saturday. It's the Compound men's individual gold medal match as Poland take on India, and we are going to have a new world champion from a country that has never won this particular title. It's down to the shooting line to find out who's contending the gold medal match here at the World Championships.
Representing Poland, auf Scheibe Nummer 1 für Polen, Łukasz Przybylski. And shooting on target number 2, representing India, auf Scheibe Nummer 2 für Indien, Ojas Pravin Deotale. The line judge for this matchup is... Die Kampfrichterin für dieses Match ist... Nasrin Kashkai. Well, the stage is set, gold and silver available. Which archer is going to walk away with what? It is the first time they square off.
So here we go. Łukasz Przybylski from Poland, the 29-year-old world number 41, takes on the Indian Ojas Pravin Deotale, the 21-year-old world number 34. A final that everyone predicted. Maybe not.
Yeah, except for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, this is an incredible story for compound archery, isn't it? Poland, India going up against each other for this compound men's individual world championship title.
It's very difficult to predict this match, given that, well, they're both kind of new phases to the finals venue, at least in individuals. We have seen Pravin Deotale on the finals venues with mixed team and team this year, but we also have seen Lukasz Przybylski win the world title with the team just a day ago.
Yeah, this is certainly nervy. Although Przybylski just remains that sort of focused individual. Whatever it is that he's doing, his mental coach must be incredible, because he just doesn't look like he's showing any signs of nerves.
No, I think it almost seems like he has this infectious smile typically. Now he looks very determined, but I think he's just mostly enjoying his time out on the finals venue.
And he shot so well as well. I mean, to in that final yesterday, all tens, all tens here to start the match as well from the pair of them. It's quite incredible, the standard that's been set here today, and from so many different nations.
Yeah, many different nations, and many nations that we wouldn't necessarily have predicted beforehand, but well, very impressive shooting nonetheless by those. And then yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, who should I be picking if I were to predict this match, but it's just not going to be anything based on facts. It's just going to be gut feel.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's almost impossible to predict this. Poland and India have never won a world compound medal, men or women. It's a new day or a new dawn for one of these countries. I think with the recurve you have to go back an awful long way to find a Polish champion. Maybe all the way back to 1955. Katarzyna Wisniewska.
I remember it like the day it was yesterday.
Should also note that we should thank Robert Potts, the international referee, who's also in the research team for us, providing us with great information. 30 apiece. End number 2.
10.
I know I sort of joked about it earlier on, but it does stay at full draw for a long time sometimes.
He does, yeah. He has a tendency to just wait for the shot to happen, as do many archers, but for him, I feel like it takes a bit longer than for other people sometimes. What I do find intriguing is that Przybylski has a very tight group compared to what he was shooting in the previous match. And I did say twice already, it doesn't necessarily mean anything for the outcome of the match. As long as you hit the 10.
10 to 10s, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be awarded the 10. It doesn't matter if it's a millimeter or 4 centimeters outside the center, but it does mean that he means business. And you can see that he's not too bothered by
10, 10, 10, perfect score.
Neither is Pravin Deotale.
A bit of movement there, but that group, as Chef says, is incredible from Przybylski. It's incredible from Deotale, but it's even more special from the pole.
My gut feel, though, or my instincts are saying, if you're going to shoot such a tight group, might as well move your sight a couple clicks down so that it's actually centered in the target, because all of Przybylski's arrows are kind of low, well into the 10 ring, but kind of low, so I would just give it a couple clicks just to be sure.
Well, update on Polish world medals for you. It was in fact 1967 the last time the Poles took a recurve gold medal in the individual. Miria Majinska.
67, you say?
67.
Was that in the Netherlands?
It was in Amersfoort.
Yeah, Amersfoort. Yeah.
Well, here's a nice little fact for you. The last time they got a recurve team medal was 1971 in Great Britain.
In Britain?
New York, in the chocolate city in the northeast.
Well, which of the two archers is going to get the upper hand at some point in this matchup here? If this continues, we'll be moving on to a 150-150 shoot-off indeed.
Well, now it's the stadium announcer who's jinxing this one, suggesting we're going to go to a 150-150. But it's a good point, actually. It's not only impressive that these two have made it to the final, it's the level that they're shooting at, as though it's just shooting at the club.
Yeah, it's not like these people are one-day flies. They have been shooting well the whole week. They get through the quarterfinals, through the semifinals, get to the gold medal match as, well, quote-unquote surprises, but more like new faces, and then manage to shoot really, really well as well.
We move into the third end. This is some treat. If you're watching this, we're watching two new faces in a season of new faces shooting out for the men's compound individual world title. And these two new faces are shooting at an incredibly high level.
Yeah, and it's difficult to commentate on a match where they're just doing the same thing every arrow. They're not really showing any excessive nerves. I mean, they're just shooting the lights out right now.
It's absolutely top draw.
Ten, perfect score.
This is quite phenomenal.
Ten, and that is another perfect score.
Cup of tea, maybe? I mean, what can we say about this? It is it's at the absolute highest level of compound archery, isn't it?
Yeah, for somebody who has never made, I think, a top 8 before, and somebody who's never shot a World Championships before, shooting against each other to then come out the gates and just rack up 30s as if it's the easiest thing in the world.
It's absolutely phenomenal to see this, and it's great for the sport. Because these two individuals, of course, they've been training for years. Let's not hide behind the fact that they're not completely new faces to the world of archery, but they're new to this part of the tournament. But it shows everybody that it can be done.
Yeah, you don't have to be Mike Slusser. You don't have to be Braden Galantine. Like, you can come onto the scene and shoot yourself to the top by just shooting really well.
Yeah, and it's the same on the women's side as well. You don't have to be Sarah Lopez. You don't have to be Ella Gibson. There are, yesterday and earlier on today, was shown, an Indian won the women's title earlier.
You don't even have to be a senior to win the senior World Championships.
Well, there you go. It's open season for all in World Archery. Come join us. It's fun. We start the fourth, and the pair of them in this final have been perfect so far.
10.
It's a long hold.
10.
For somebody with OCD-like tendencies, it's really pleasing to the eye to see 10, 10, 100 for both archers.
Ten.
And there, the first dropped points from Łukasz Przybylski. An incredible 10 arrows into the 10 before that. Ojas Pravin Deotale from India carries on with his perfect score.
10.
Good to bounce straight back after that 9. It could easily have disrupted his focus and concentration. He looks calm. If he can shoot a 9, of course his opponent can shoot a 9 as well. But there's only 3 hours left in this gold medal match.
But what we have seen in the semi-final match is that when the pressure was on Pravin Deotale, when Mike was putting pressure on him, he did shoot a 9. It was just out, and it didn't actually matter for the match at that part, but he did shoot a 9 when the pressure was on, so Przybylski doesn't want to give up at this point. He needs to keep shooting those 10s and hope that Pravin Deotale shoots shoots a 9 in the first place.
Yeah, and because he's shooting first as well, that he can apply that pressure that you were talking about.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think that's the idea behind the format at least, where if you're trailing the match, you shoot first so that you can put pressure on the opponent.
Well, there on the right-hand side with a big smile on her face is Aditi Gopatan Swami, who took the, just below this gentleman here, part of the Indian setup. Swami took the compound women's individual title, the first ever individual world title for the country of India after yesterday's first ever team world title. Is Ojas Pravin Deotale going to be in the running here to become the first male Indian to win an individual title? 1 point behind, 1 point ahead, I should say, going in to this final end, and Przybylski is about to shoot first.
This is what he needs to be doing. Shooting those 10s, putting some pressure on Pravin Deotale. Because he's not only putting pressure on him because it's a close score, but also, are you really going to win your first world title by shooting 150? Because that's what's going to be needed if Przybylski is going to continue shooting like this.
Yeah. The answer to the first question was yes, I am. He puts down another one, so the question is being asked again.
There was a bit of a sign of nervousness there.
This is right on a knife edge now. Przybylski needs another 10. Gets it. So a 149 out of a possible 150 is a fantastic score. It's all down to Ojas Pravin Deotale. Oh, he has done it, and he has done it in style here in Berlin. A 150 was needed in the end to take the world title, and Ojas Pravin Deotale from India becomes the first man from his country to take an individual title, following on from Aditi Swami taking the compound women's title earlier on compound Saturday. What a day for the Indians. Chef, I'm out of words. That was incredible.
Yeah, I agree, and it was incredible from both sides. I mean, Lukasz Przybylski has really shot extremely well to get to the final, and then in the final shot a 149. To be bested by a 150 by a first-time World Championships attendee, I mean, this final was ridiculous. But in the good sense of the word.
Never having taken a world title at any World Championships before, on day 2 of the medal days, India have 3 of them.